Prawn Toast is a takeaway shop classic, but when you catch it,
oh, look at that thing. Oh, got him.
And cook it yourself,
Yes, sir.
it tastes even better.
I've been hearing a few whispers
That there is a crazy run of prawns on at the moment. Basically just making a little basket because I just want something to be able to hold the prawns in while we are hopefully filling this up. Just got good old pool noodle, and my plan is to just like throw it around the edge here. And then, I don't know, maybe put a leash on it or something, and then we can tow it around with us in the water. Keep the old stockpile of prawns nice and close. Cut that to size there. Hoping that that'll just kind of float along with us. And then what I'm gonna do is throw a few cable ties on that just to hold it on there. Stop him flying away. A couple of crack bits in the bottom, but I reckon they're gonna be sweet.
It was in fact not sweet.
Put it up, quick. There's another one trying to make a getaway. There's a few over here.
From what I've read, you're not really gonna find prawns during the day. They're pretty much nocturnal and they're way more active at night. And that activity seems to be concentrated during a new moon. The plan is to set up on the edge of the channel within the estuary, armed with an underwater light and a net. There we're gonna allow the outgoing tide to push the prawns towards us, and as they drift by, we can scoop them up in the net. Well, that's the plan at least. We were pretty shocked when we got down to the water just how many people there were. Every single one of those lights you can see is someone out there looking for prawns. Considering the tide only lines up with this moon phase once a month and it was the holiday period, it's pretty understandable though. We were in the water at about 9 PM, an hour after high tide. And while we weren't seeing any prawns yet, it was pretty cool to see all the fish life that was around.
Massive place. Oh, have a look at this. See this? This is where like a little flathead just makes a little bed and it just lies there. There's a lot of small fish. Oh, good looking flatty right there. Just a little fella. Sweet. Just chomping on these prawns, no doubt. Oh, that's a good flatty. Oh my days. Good fish getting around. Line in the sand and then just flicked up, yeah. Plenty of whiting.
I'm sure plenty of these fish are out here chasing prawns just like us. We kept wading through the shallows and it wasn't long until Amy found her first prawn.
Look at you go. Look at you go. Oh,
got him.
You got him. Nice. Well done. There he is. Whee.
And from then, we were on.
Oh, little fella. Got him. So many more now. Oh my days. Look at this dog just jumping around. Got him. Whee, little fella. I think we got it. Oh, we did. Lovely. Yeah. Nice. Well done. God damn. God damn. Look at the sunset. Fucking sneaky dog. Got him. Oh, yes. Wow. Just a wee fella. But we'll net him anyway. Oh, floaty job's doing his thing. Wee fella. How are you, mate? Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Another one. Straight in front of you. Get prawn. Another one. Coming straight in. Hello, sir. Straight in. Thank you, sir. Little fella. I'll take you, mate. Bigger fella. See him splashing around. Oh my days, non-stop. Oh, sack full here. Oi, got him. There you go, there's one.
That wasn't until we started to notice a ton of prawns gathering around us, and especially the basket whenever we stood still.
Oh yeah, I got one here. He's following me. Right here. There's another one, there's another one. Look.
At first we thought we were attracting them, but it seems that they are getting out through those little
There's
cracks that I
another one
mentioned
over
before.
Trying to make a getaway, there's a few over here. What? Can you get out?
You did.
Oh, we lost one.
Despite all the losses, we continued to see how many we could get before we finished for the evening.
We're losing them.
So, we keep going. We'll find plenty.
Wow, what is all this?
Oh. Mega dog. Got him. How are you, mate? Oh, he's gone deep. I'm getting heaps just swimming about, eh?
We're still managing to get some decent numbers, but I'd say that's only because we're pulling in way more than we're actually losing.
Oh, couplers over here. You, sir. Another one. Oh, go. Got him. Big dog. And, double. Oh, nearly. There we go, double scooper. He's on the run. Little prawnie's on the run. Got him. Now, where did Amy go? That is the question.
So it is now about 20 past midnight, and man, I was not expecting there to be so many people down there. And I also wasn't expecting us to do quite so well in the end. We could have kept going and filled this thing up, but it is 20 past midnight and I'm knackered and it's not gonna happen. We're up early tomorrow, so we can get these guys home, into the kitchen, into the fridge, chilling, and then we can start thinking about how we're gonna work this prawn toast with these bad boys. So it's a couple days later now, and our beautiful prawns have been sitting in the fridge. All 200 grams or so of our teeny tiny prawns. We're gonna get to shelling and heading and everything else. It's definitely the most expensive 200 grams of prawns I've ever got. So we're just gonna shell them, take the heads off, take the shells off as best we can. And we're probably only really gonna be able to make like one piece of prawn toast, but it's all worth it. It's all worth it when it's sweeter. One teeny tiny shelled prawn. Wow. We'll just repeat this whole shelling process 50 times. See, easy. Piece of piss, mate. And just, what's up, big boy, huh? Put that on your Chrissy plate and smoke it. Big boy. Do have some epic looking tails as well. Very cool. About 20 minutes later, and we got a whole bunch of these prawns peeled. A few more prawns left. A couple of ideas for them. They're all just getting a bit small now. You can just see just how teeny tiny they're getting, and it's getting pretty silly trying to peel them. So we'll just bang them back in the fridge for now and start prepping the rest of our ingredients. Just before I put these away in the fridge though, I'm gonna get a weight just cause I got to figure this recipe out. So we're just gonna sticky numbers. Yeah, right. A few sticky prawns. No, it doesn't look so pretty now. Yeehaw, say about 100 grams. It's a lot of work for 100 gram of prawns. We're gonna be keeping it pretty simple with the ingredients in our prawn toast. We got some spring onion, one little one there, little clove of garlic, a little bit of ginger, and then we're gonna put an egg white in as well. We've also got some beautiful white soy and a little MSG in there as well. Just gonna help the blender out and slice this spring onion. May even keep it pretty raw dog so we can get some little pieces in there. So throw it in at the end of the blend, I reckon, so it doesn't get bashed up too much. Probably all we need. We don't need we'll go a little bit more for luck, okay? We don't need too much though. We do only have 100 little grams of little prawns, so it is what it is. Just gonna take the ends off our garlic here and then just get that skin, barky bark, the paper off there. We'll grate that into the mix a little later. And I'm just gonna take the dodgy bits off the ginger. We are something like that. I really don't think I can justify the big blender here for this tiny little portion of prawns. So we're gonna, hopefully it works. I've never tried it before with the immersion blender. We're gonna have a crack, see what happens. Should be the same, should work, I hope. Flick these bad boys into there. If you're worried, you could devein them and spend all that time opening up these little prawns I'm not really worried though, if I'm honest. Definitely eaten worse, so we're just gonna let it. It is what it is. Let's grate that garlic straight in there. Only a little bit. We do only have a little bit of prawns. Maybe we'll get some more next time. I was still impressed though, to be honest. Oh, dropped him in there. Truly, I thought that we weren't gonna get any, if I'm honest. I didn't know what to expect, and was definitely preparing myself for the worst, but pleasantly surprised. Definitely wasn't pleasantly surprised by the number of people down there, but you can't win it all, can you? Yeah, the tricky bit, separate the egg, don't mess it up. And he's messed it up. Oh, he's a fiend for it. Take 2. Totally the same egg, we're just gonna go in, and that's why I always separate the egg in a different container, because if it breaks on you, it's a day ruiner. Chucking the yolk, bang, into there, feed the dog. He'll have that for brekkie. Now I reckon that's gonna be a lot of egg yolk. What? A lot of egg white. So I'm just gonna see if, oh, yep, it's basically all in there. Can we separate? Yeah. Let's start with that. Teeny tiny prawns. I'm gonna throw in teeny tiny little crack powder. It's literally the tiniest little bit there. Just a bit of extra power for the flavor, and we'll also just add in a tiny bit of this beautiful light soy sauce. I've got a couple of them maybe. Or give it a swirl, see if it's got any legs, give it a smell. Very ginger, maybe we'll start with that. And that's gonna be it until we add some of these spring onions. So without further ado, still wanna keep it fairly rough, don't go too crazy. Probably plenty. Throw in some of our bigger bits. Give that a blendy-roo. See what we get, eh? Maybe just a little bit more. Just get a bit of colour in there. A little bit of pop, pop, pop. Anyway, we'll give that a stir. The handy-dandy KitchenAid doing the thing. It's important to have the right tool for the job. You kind of sacrifice a bit when you use the big blender, I find, with stuff. You just kind of accept it, all part of the process, but these babies are precious. And there's not much of it getting around. My darlings, precious little prawns. Oh, see, even in this bad boy, it all gets tucked in. You gotta fish it out, so to speak. There it is, that'll do us. Next most important part, the prawns are only half of your prawn toast situation. The other half is the bread, and Amy managed to find Japanese milk bread, frozen at the supermarket. That sounded perfect to me. So we are gonna square these up, and I'm thinking I wanna try and make fingers or soldiers, if that's what you called them when you were young and you had eggs. Toast soldiers in your eggs. It's a classic, that one. Got square it up. You can get a smaller knife out if I can find it. These little small little serrated numbers are so good for doing so many things. And I was thinking little, like 3 maybe. I'll just straighten this up a bit. Try a bit of that bread, a little bit sweet, a little bit nice. So just one there. Sticks enough for me. Do your little classic triangles as well, but we're just spicing it up a little bit. Just gotta get it looking interesting, you know, something different. Something people are gonna click on, eh? All taste the same, but you eat with your eyes, mate. So we gotta make it a little interesting, a little different. It's not straight at all, is it? Oh well. 6 prawn toast soldiers. Wow. Main event. Well, prawns are the main event, I guess, but just as important as the rest, we got our sesame seeds. The classic finish to the prawn toast. Prioritize here, best looking ones. Oh, these thin numbers maybe, eh? Straight on there. Nice and thick as well, I reckon. None of this stingy takeaway bullshit. It's stitched up with a super thin layer on there. Not in my house, mate. Look at that. Lovely. Pat him down. Make sure he's nice and covered there. Get sesame. Good old blob. Straight on there. Plenty in there. Give that a jiggle. Get them all back to the middle. Get him all sesame. It's like yum cha fairy bread, eh? It's a pretty Aussie reference though. Shout out to my Aussies out there. In on some yum cha fairy bread. Whoa, bam! There it is. Prawn toast, sesame and all. Now we just gotta fry them, clean up our mess, and then get them all plated up. And as always with our frying, using those lovely inflaming seed oils, because you can't beat them if you're trying to do a bit of dirty frying. But we're gonna take that candy thermometer, stick it in there, and we're looking for 170 to 180 for perfect golden crispiness without getting too soggy or anything else. And get our toast ready to go, and also set ourselves up a little drying rack to get them on once they're ready to rip. Some nice long tongs to get them frying, and then we wait. We're getting close. Start turning this heat down so it doesn't get too hot. It is gonna drop in temp once we put these in. I'm dropping it away from my hand, gently as possible. Flatten that bad boy out before he gets stuck like that. That temperature rising rapidly, so we'll just bring that down. Keep an eye on it. Just a couple minutes, very briefly like this, and then give it a flipper, and try and get that crispy crust all the way through, I reckon. So we'll go for a few minutes. We'll get him go. Still climbing. This Dutch oven's gonna hold the heat pretty well, so we should make sure we don't get it too hot. Just got that heat off now. Dutch oven's gonna hold it. Lovely, easy and peasy. Just give it a couple little turns. Yes, sir. Big sesame situation. Getting pretty golden. Pretty golden. Still a bit soft, that bread. Good to go. The bread's even puffing up. And we're gonna take that out. The bread's getting a little brown for my liking. Before we get too crispy, let's throw these last three in. Especially when I'm taking photos of stuff, but even just when you're cooking and you're not 100% sure, I do like having a few extras getting around, just to make sure if anything does go funky or wrong, get a little backup situation. It is actually quite low for my liking, but that's what happens when you take your eye off the prize. Interesting, these other ones are gone a bit flat, kind of dropped, but see what happens, see? Well, okay, we're getting real, I was gonna say chilly, but 160 degrees Celsius, 150 isn't really chilly, is it? Give it a quick flipper. Oh, having a blowout. Getting super hot. Bring that bad boy down. Prawn blowout. Alright. Pack her up. Throw the lid on that. And let's get these onto the bench. Weird as they went real flat, kind of dropped. Maybe something to do with that bread. Well, I assume it's to do with that bread, but anyway, we shall power on. I grabbed a couple options for the garnish on these bad boys. We got this lumpfish caviar, and I mean, it's no sturgeon, but it wasn't too expensive, and I reckon it'll do something pretty similar. You can do little bumps of it or whatever. And then you chuck it on there and get all fancy, but straight off the spoon, mate. Definitely no sturgeon, but salty, seasoning, something a little fancy. Makes it look good. And we got some chives as well. I feel like they're just your classic prawn toast garnish. The old chives. I'm just not sure what will be good though. And don't forget, you're at home cooking, not in the kitchen, so take your time to cut before you start trying to fly through and cut beautiful chives at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Just be in the moment, dude. Take your time. Get all your cuts nice and even, man. Oh, make sure the tray's out of your way, man. Ooh. Do we start with that? Or can we cut a few more? I don't know. It's the bowl I'm thinking. Yeah, wow. Look inside it. It's like fully hollowed out, so that bread's really puffed up and then puffed down. Crikey. I reckon those are gonna be our... These look completely different though. Those are gonna be our final. That's it. That's what it is. So, let's test the little garnish. Just chives. Pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. Just tempted to rinse these a bit. Gooey. There we go. Now we're in focus. Focus pocus. Gonna be on here as well. Lean towards just the chives. honestly. As fancy as caviar could be. Let's just have a nibble and see what we think. Cooked through, tasty. Bread's a little on the toasted side, but this is more of a timing issue. Look at that. Bread's disappeared. If you know why that'd be, let us know. It's weird as, man. Good flavour. Let's just send it. Send it. Oh, we might only get 2 in here. 2 it is. Wow. Before we go too much further. Soggy, cheap caviar. Can we? I feel like that's helped it a bit. Still good for that little salty hit, but it ain't sturgeon. That's it. And I'm gonna go in with a little chive guy. There it is. I'm calling it. It's late. I'm hungry. I want my prawn toast. These pieces still got that little hollow section under there. That caviar, it's cheap. It's not sturgeon, but it's still that little salty pop, which I reckon adds a nice little zing to it. Just cuts through it, you know? I'm interested to know what it is with that bread. So if you know, let us know. Let us know. Pretty good. Caught it, cooked it, ate it. If you enjoyed, leave a like. If you learned something, if you want to check out the next one, subscribe. Make sure you don't miss out on everything that's coming up.